Going on to you, Aries. So you Aries actually have the I'm getting all kind of notifications. Sorry. You have the Five of Gabriel, the Moon card, and then you have the Justice card right here. So what's going on with you, Aries? A lot of you Aries feel like you've had to be the mediator. Um, there's a lot of fighting, a lot of disagreements, a lot of arguments. The Five of Gabriel, the Moon card, the Justice card, you doing your thing, and you had to learn how to establish justice, regardless of whether it was you getting away from a person or making peace with a person finally, right? Because this person just wants to be super all over the place, combative, give you a difficult time and all of that. You Aries don't want to have to deal with that. You shouldn't have to. Okay, so the Three of Raphael and the Magician. So you actually have come to a conclusion with this person, regardless of whether it's y'all two end up being cool again or you just stop talking to them. A lot of you Aries probably will end up being cool with them again, make some level of peace, where the two of you actually still rock with each other. So it's like a family member or maybe, you know, a romantic situation, whatever it is. You know, you Aries you put your mediator cap on, you know, you put your politician cap on, where this is more so about you Geminis, excuse me, you Aries, excuse me. Just did the Gemini video. You Aries basically speaking to these people and you actually learning how to solve the problem very quickly and not allowing it to really become anything bigger than that, right? It's just a small little dust up. And the Magician right here represents, it just proves how savvy you are, how resourceful you are, the ability to think things through at the drop of a dime, how quick you are. And it just proves it because you turn this whole situation around. It could be in a business deal, things weren't going as well, and you Aries are just like, bam, you know, you're going to turn it around. And you successfully turn it around. Business deal, friendship, romantic interest, family ties, something wasn't going down the path that you wanted it to go down, and then so you flipped it. And so now you have the new beginnings. Now it's the new beginnings. It's you've created peace amongst yourself and this person. Or if you cut them off, then it's just you. But you cutting them off, is not going to stop the you cutting them off is not going to stop your empowerment, right? It's not going to impact your life super heavily. And so, but a lot of you will still probably talk to them. The ones who are not talking to them, then you Aries will basically just be like, well, they don't really make too big of an impact on your life too much like that, too much, right? You know, you can still live in all intensive purposes. You can still live. You can still function as an adult. So the Three of Ariel and the Three of Michael here speaks to how now this person is on your side. This person is on your side. Yeah, this person is on your side. And they may even have apologized. So maybe it's something that you Aries may have done. You know what I'm saying? And you may, you know, you apologizing for, you making up for. Maybe it's something that they've done that, you know, they're apologizing for, that they are making up for. And you Aries are like, you know, all right, yeah, right, yeah, all right, you know, está bien, it's all right. Things will work itself out, you know, things will be fine. You know, somebody in the comment section talking about, I don't know how to speak Spanish. Listen, you know what I told that person? The person was like, I don't know how to speak Spanish. I don't know a lick of Spanish. Okay. Yo habla español. Yo habla español, familia. Hasta luego. What did I say to the person? What I said specifically was, I actually said, yo habla español un poquito. I speak a little Spanish. I speak a little Spanish, right? Un poquito yo habla español, whichever way I wanted to phrase it, right? And then I said, but what I specifically said was yo habla español un poquito familia. Hasta luego. Like, yes, I speak Spanish. I don't speak enough Spanish to be fluent with it. And I've said this, right? But do I speak Spanish? Yes. You don't come from New York City hanging out with a bunch of Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Hispanics. Your best friend is Hispanic. You know his family, you know his father, you know his mom, you know his cousins, you know his uncles. You know what I'm saying? Your best friend is Puerto Rican since 6 years old, and then you come up with nothing. You haven't learned a lick of Spanish. You don't even know how to say hola. That doesn't happen, right? You've got to be stupid in order for that to happen. And so the point that I'm trying to make here is this person, you're either apologizing to this person and making it up for, or maybe the two of you are making it up to each other, and because y'all have put down the arguments and put that down, and you stop using your words as weapons. A lot of you Aries now figure, okay, you realize that the two of you are making it up with one another and being at peace finally. And so the Ace of Ariel and the Knight of Raphael for you, Aries, right, represents how y'all are in position where for you, a lot of you, the Ace of Ariel and the Knight of Raphael, the Ace of Ariel is about how, okay, just making sure. The Ace of Ariel is about how you Aries are good. You've settled your affairs. The things as far as like your house, like your own, like the things that are emotionally, that you are emotionally tied to. So it is a person. That's Hold on a second. I gotta walk my people out. Yeah, my love. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that. My people's was taking a little bit of their time. But so the point that I'm trying to make here is that you Aries basically have your affairs in order, and that you really don't have anything to be worried about anymore. You have the Knight of Raphael, and the Knight of Raphael also represents times are good for you emotionally. You know, you are satisfied emotionally. You don't have squabbles or beef that you have to contend to. Your house emotionally with the people whom you care about are very much so in line, whether it's family, friends, romance, regardless of who to what, you're emotionally fulfilled, right? And when I say emotionally, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking more so about you're not at odds with the people whom you care about. Because sometimes, I'm not even gonna lie, like when you're at odds with people in your own home, in your that you love, it doesn't necessarily have to be living with you, but that you love, it can cause you to lose concentration in other areas of your life, you know? So let's clarify the Knight of Raphael. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, right? Exactly. Four of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, and then you have the Three of Wands, right? This is a situation for you where, you know, the two of you have linked up, y'all good again. It's good. Y'all are okay again. And again, you know, the Eight of Cups and the Three of Wands. For some of you, y'all are okay. Y'all have said y'all sorries. Y'all made it up to one another. Y'all kissing made up. For some of you Aries who are like, nah, you don't want anything to do with them. Okay, well then y'all are single, but addition by subtraction. Y'all just don't have to deal with this person anymore, and your life is still settling down and easing up again. So it's okay. Regardless, you still have that happy ending. Three of Wands, again, more to discover regardless of whether you kiss and made up or you didn't. More to discover regardless. Move. Let's clarify the new beginnings. The Knight of Cups, Six of Wands, the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, the Empress. So what I'm seeing here is that the Knight of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Hermit, right, represent, to clarify, the new beginnings. Again, you will apologize, they'll apologize, the two of y'all will end up kissing and making up. Y'all be okay. You know, now if this is you, Aries, being single, you tried to talk to them, they didn't want to hear, they were difficult to deal with. You Aries is like, okay, fine, whatever, it is what it is. You just ghosted them, excommunicated them from your life, and you're keeping it moving. The Wheel of Fortune and the Empress, because you're not going to waste all this amount of time trying to, you know, keep them around and be with them, and you know, or have them in your life, because it does come to a point where it's like the person is being a jerk. You know, the person is just doing way too much because you're trying to be cool with them, and it just, and what happens is no matter what it is that you do, they're just not going to be cool with you. When they start doing that, those are people who really like you, but they're dysfunctional. They're dysfunctional. So essentially, you got to leave those people alone because they really like you, but something obviously is wrong with them. So you thinking to, so if you internalize that and you're like, you know, you trying desperately to make things up with them, I want you to understand that, you know, again, there is no making it up with them if it was that bad. And that's how it is sometimes. You know, that's how it is sometimes. You know, I've talked about this before, that like, you know, when you're young and you give resistance early, I really think that's the best thing to have. Because when you're young and you give resistance early, you learn how to talk to people. You learn not just what to say, but you learn emotional intelligence, what's going on with them internally, right? The resistance that they're putting up. What are they actually doing? A lot of the times the people in my lives that was giving me resistance, they didn't even have a real issue. They just wanted to be difficult. And guess what happened? I would let them go. I'd be like, all right. Because they so desperate for attention to the point where they're putting themselves in stupid situations just to have me save them. And then when I was like, no, I'm not finna do that, now they're in hot water. Now it's like, oh, okay, I gotta stop being stupid. And it's like, yeah, like you better You better start listening to the info. If you're gonna hang out with me, you better start listening to the information that I'm telling you. Otherwise, I'm gonna go do my own thing. Because I had other priorities that I was doing. It's like I can't stop everything just to help you out. You're a grown individual. You gotta, I mean, come on. I was 15, 16, 17 with a lot of emotional and just responsibility on my shoulder. Like people act like kids, like grown-ups. I'm telling y'all, like it's some of the saddest stuff you'll ever see, like grown-ups that'll act like kids. It's like I'm understanding personal responsibility, and like they trying to put that on me, and it's like, yo, like just because you may up to me doesn't mean that you should be doing that. You should be putting responsibility on me. Clean your house, get your stuff in order still, without me having to clean the house for you or having me tell you to do that. That's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel 200K. We at 26,853 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Peace.